folks. I hope this finds everyone doing well. Here we are on another day of Open Pagan Church, as I make sure that all of my titles are where they should be. Well, wishing good morning. So far we have Clint, Cindy, and Lee. Better reach over here and unmute Discord before I have a mutiny. Looks like we have Cindy, Clint, Lucy in Discord. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right. So, at the time of this video, what is it, March 15th, 2020, I'm not going to comment on the chaos that's going on at the moment, because there are big YouTube channels that are shut down because of talking about the chaos going on at the moment. I'm just going to say I'm really hoping everyone is doing well on the mend, and we're just going to light candles for people that are affected in positive energy that way. How about that?
That'll work.
The Ides of March also. That's why it's crazy.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, what are we talking about today? Do rituals have to be perfect? Rituals? No. Not at all. Ceremonies? Well, depending on your path, the ceremony has to be scripted, written, and performed. Everything is timed out. Everything is set on paper. So our ceremony is by step. Most Wiccan covens do ceremonies. Of course, they call them rituals, but by definition, they are ceremonies of the Sabbath. Everyone has a thing to say. Everyone has a thing to do. Everyone is taught 1, 2, 3, 4, and everything has to be done in ceremonies that way. Hey, morning, Robert. Now, here's the interesting part. Rituals, there's a difference between a ritual and a ceremony. Rituals don't have to be perfect. I know that in my path of shamanism, we don't do ceremonies, we do rituals. We have certain ways that we set things up, but that might even change a little bit from ritual to ritual. We have certain things that we say, but even that's going to change a bit from ritual to ritual. More people, and see what you guys think about this in the chat area and in Discord. And I usually like to give it about 10 minutes or so for people that are going to join late, but we're just going to go ahead and dive in with both feet. The biggest thing that I find is if you become, for me, too ceremonialistic, and your celebration of deity or circle, or if your celebration of the Sabbath of the time, if it is too focused, right, down the straight and narrow, this has to be done this way, this has to be done that way, don't you lose the point of the Sabbath? Just my thought. What do you guys think? I know Lee's already posted. I'll go ahead and read his before everybody else kicks in. It says, for me, the more original, the better. I always have some sort of basis to grow from. Yeah, absolutely. Um, and that's a more of a ritualistic approach to the celebration of the Sabbath. What do y'all think?
I personally think that like it's good to have like a basis of what you're going to say and like a plan in mind. But like if you're only focusing on the words that you have recited in your head, then I think it kind of loses focus a little bit. Like needs to come from your heart. So, not sure if I'm making sense.
Yeah, no, you're saying it perfect. The celebration should come from your heart, not from a piece of paper, and that's just our thought. But
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
okay. In my case, I have a ceremonial ritual that's written down and go by. But if we're calling circles like with our family and stuff, it's like we wing it. We know the essentials what to do, but I'm not down perfect. Nobody's perfect when it comes to rituals sometimes, unless it's ceremonial.
Right. Um, Robert posed, for me and harm done cannot reply, for I worship Hecate.
Huh?
I get it, but all we're asking for is opinions. Um, you know, Opinions are like asses. Everybody's got one. Um, uh, well, I mean, Robert, if you want to join us over in Discord and speak, you're welcome to be heard. Um, I know with you having pneumonia, it's going to be kind of hard for you to talk. But I mean, if you don't feel like talking, you can type it in the chat. I'll be happy to read it for you. Like I say, I know you're feeling bad. I know you've got pneumonia. So, bless your heart. I hope you I hope you get better soon. Um, but you know, and I think the most important thing people need to understand, okay, we are open pagan church, okay, open pagan. We look at the bigger scope, right? Myself and other people will voice our opinions, but I am by no means going to sit here and put down um, ceremonialistic practices. I mean, I've seen some absolutely beautiful ceremonialistic rituals that are amazing. Well, Parkinson's rather talk. Yep. Well, the Robert, the Discord non-expiring link is up in the description where it says join us on discordapps.com. You're welcome to come over there and click on the Open Pagan Church family friendly thing, I think it is.
I posted it right there.
Go ahead, Clint.
With me, rituals should come from the heart and from the energies of what you need to do. The ceremonial side is cool at times, but there's just rituals are never perfect.
Yeah, I mean, Lee post, I've seen some people so focused on the rehearsal and performance that the purpose of the ceremony or ritual gets lost and may not accomplish anything. Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of my opinion on it as well anyway. But the whole point, I think, to the topic is, do rituals. I absolutely don't want to find ourselves in a base. Well, yeah, my chair's wiggling because I wiggle.
No, this is how that first time. Sorry, I digress.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Something's always moving. My legs are generally wiggling under my desk. Be nice to the old guy. Anyway. Now what the hell was I saying? Oh. Rituals. Now. Rituals. They don't have to be perfect. They just are. I mean, yeah. There are some things you're basically going to do the same way because they become habit. They become comfortable. Like when I set up my candle arrangement for my deity structure, I have a certain particular specific arrangement I set up. But when I start the call for the cardinal points and the elements, therein lies the ritual of I'm not always going to say the same thing. The basics is going to be kind of the same. But I think the whole point is for younger people coming up, for younger, well, even older, I'll say this, for new people coming over and looking at the pagan philosophy, they're going to hear stories of everything has to be this way. Otherwise it's not paganism. No. Let's remember what paganism is. Paganism is the polytheistic philosophy of multiple gods and or goddesses. Pagan is the foundation of the religion for which all pagan paths are built off of. So let's not confuse paganism with witchcraft, Wicca, shamanism, Fae, Asatru, on and on and on and on. Druid, I don't want to leave anybody out, but there are, I got a damn eyelash driving me nuts. Short drive. So I mean, the ritual itself doesn't have to be perfect. Ahaha, looks like we have a Robert in the channel.
Well, that's like the ritual we had for Godiva.
The ritual we had for the what?
The chocolate ritual with Kim.
Yeah, that was fun. Lisa's ritual should be fluid and allowed to be changed upon how you feel and what you have to work with. Yes, and from a pagan standpoint, that's dead on. I can tell you from a shamanic standpoint, that's dead on. However, from a lot of the other philosophies in paganism, they are very ceremonialistic. Robert, if you're there, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Let's see. All the settings are right.
No, I can't hear him either. Robert, if you look down there and see the spoke at the bottom of your name on the right side, you click on it, right click it or left click it, and you can change your settings.
Look, it's a Tasha. Tasha, hope you're doing well.
Oh, it's a Lester.
Yes, it is.
And it's a Lester.
Good morning, folks.
Good morning.
Morning, brother.
How y'all doing?
Oh, we're doing.
Doing?
Running really fast with one foot nailed to the floor.
And our topic today, Lester, is do rituals have to be perfect?
When has the ritual ever been perfect? In a book, maybe.
Well, yeah, there is that.
You always have the human experience that goes with a ritual, so nothing ever comes out right.
Well, that was Robert. We can see you lighting up, but we can't hear nothing. Whoop! There he went.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like what we were talking about, Lester. The difference between rituals and ceremonies. Ceremonies generally follow a script, a book, or a particular path, caste, or what have you. And rituals, you get out there and follow the heart, and you do it. I mean, Lester, you've been around for years before the HOP was ever formed. So you've seen some rather interesting rituals that we put on in the beginning when we were trying to learn what the hell we were doing.
Right. Nothing is ever perfect. There's no perfect symmetry in nature. Why should there be in humanity?
Right. Well,
You have to excuse the noise level. I'm sitting outside.
yeah, no, it's great. I'd be sitting outside, but the proverbial cow is having a bladder problem over the weekend, so we've got torrential downpours and rains and everything else.
You just keep that shit over there. I don't want it. Finally starting to dry out over here.
That's
Really?
like he's up north. We're down south. Go away. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Lee says books are good guides. Yes, they are. I really actually, you know, books are good to read. You know, they're good ideas, but they're just that. They're somebody else's ideas of how somebody else does things.
Say hi to Maxwell in the group.
Hey,
Hello.
how you doing?
Oh, we're doing all right, but we got over it. How about you?
You're about to meet me for a cigarette.
Yeah.
So back on topic.
Man,
Whoop, whoop. Step on in there, Dave. What you got?
this Discord is too many moving parts.
So what do you think, Dave? What do you think about rituals? Do they need to be perfect?
Hell no, because nobody's perfect. How could something be perfect if nobody's perfect? How could a ritual be perfect? What is perfect? That's like relative. That's like what's good and what's not. I mean, who's to judge what's? I don't get it. I don't know. People think if they think something's perfect, boy, they got a problem.
Well,
Yeah, we're in total agreement there.
yeah, I mean, you know, but still, though, at the same time, let's remember the difference. And I keep drawing back to this because new people to the pagan philosophy and others who watch our broadcast later that are into ceremonial magic, that are into scripted magic, that are into you know, people that are into the ceremonialistic philosophies of paganism, if you will, or any religion for that matter. No, Google, I'm not talking to you. Any religion that, and you know, the Catholics, you know, they do Catholic Mass. Lester, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Catholics, when they do Mass, that's more of a ceremony, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
Set down
So it's Freemasonry too, but they don't realize that. Some of them do.
Go ahead, Lester, with Mass.
I said it's a set down ceremony on paper and it's followed to the letter. So it's the same thing over and over again, which is why most people fall asleep in the Catholic Church.
I wasn't going to say that, but I'll let you say it and I'll just giggle.
Well, I went to mass.
I got every right to be able to say that because I'm Catholic.
I know.
I went to a Catholic mass several years ago with somebody, and the priests were up there doing their thing on, up there, and they kept giving me looks. You know what I mean? They kept giving me dirty looks for some reason, and then afterwards, when they were saying, like, greeting everybody as they were leaving and stuff, and they kept giving me dirty looks, like they knew I was pagan or something, man. I don't know, man. It's like
You were a stranger to the church. The priest didn't know you. That's why he kept watching.
No, it was something else. I could tell. That was something else they were picking up. Boy, they did not like me there. I can tell you.
Well, I mean, even still, I absolutely don't want to get off down the rabbit hole of other religions. But Tasha says ritual and ceremonies are set by an individual's thoughts and feelings, and that makes them comfortable. Yes, and that's the whole point.
I agree with that.
That's the whole point to the whole situation. Herein lies why human beings themselves are such diverse animals. I mean, that's why bless your heart, Lester, I'm going to use you again. That's why a Catholic and a pagan worked together in the beginning, along with several other people, to get a pagan circle set up so that people that didn't really fit in or belong one way or the other had a place to go, had a place to hang. You could talk about pagan philosophies, you could talk about Christian philosophies, Jewish philosophies, atheist, agnostic, blah, 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 on and on and on.
But rituals can also, they can connect you and then disconnect you, which I don't understand that. I'm connected all the time, but sometimes people want to do rituals where they connect and disconnect, but, which is kind of stupid because people can stay connected all the time if they want, because we're all made of the same thing. But people want to use ritual to cut themselves off, and then they go back and they cut themselves off again.
But
I don't understand that.
Well, we don't have to understand that, right? We just have to realize I don't have to agree with somebody to accept their ritual practice, right? Now, follow me here on this when I say yeah, Tasha says intent comes from, comfort of self, your trust in self and your words and all of that. But let's think about this, and we're going to stay on track here for ritual, right? I've stood in satanic rituals that was in actuality by definition a satanic ceremony. I was invited, and it's always been my philosophy for myself to learn more. Just because I stand in your circle doesn't mean I follow your belief, but it also does not mean I'm going to stand in that circle and attempt to counteract the energies of that circle. I'm there as a vessel to learn, to keep my mind open so that I understand the energies that these people are talking about in satanic ritual. Now, and we're absolutely not going to get down this rabbit hole, but I am going to say this. Satanic rituals and Luciferian rituals are different. They're a different path, they're a different philosophy, run different ways. Up until odd years ago, I did not know that. But staying on track for ritual, we should, if we're not comfortable standing in the energy, we should ask if there is the ability to observe. When I was invited to this particular satanic ritual, my only question was, will there be blood used? That was my only question. And I was told by the leader of the circle that no, in this particular ritual, they would be using wine. Okay, fine. My oath, my own path, my own philosophy. I don't use blood in ritual. Now, sometimes some paths, some rituals will use blood of some type. That's fine. I'm not here to discuss that. But when you're learning about rituals and the different ways that different people do rituals, I'm not there to understand. Now please get me on this. There's a difference in learning what someone does and spending your entire time learning it, trying to understand it. There's a difference between learning and understanding. Robert says, let's try again. Robert, we don't see you in channel. Where are you? So, I mean, we... no, Robert, don't call. Join the Discord. Invite. How the hell do you invite?
All he's got to do is go down to the channel and click on the channel.
Right, yeah.
I think he's having issues with his mic and stuff.
He may be. So, I mean, but let's think about it this way. I used to go periodically to Pentecostal churches. Okay? I was invited to a couple of Pentecostal churches. I sit in the back pew by the door, because I wanted to learn what the hype was about on a Pentecostal church. Folk feel the Spirit now. Well, they feel something, and that's okay. But when they're doing their different ceremonies each Sunday, you know, like Lester said, you go, you sit, you shut up, you listen, you don't ask questions.
I think psychology has something to do with the Pentecostal. You know what I mean?
Psychology has something to do with all religions.
Well, I know, but I mean, I think they get people hyped up, you know?
Yeah, but don't all religions? I mean, think about it. All of the religions that the HOP has had through the years, we open circle with drum. We drum, we dance, we feast, we have good conversation, we do pre-ritual. We have a lot of fun. We get people hyped up. We get the energy raised. What are you doing? That's psychology. I never could talk myself into going to a Jehovah's Witness church. So I don't know why. I've just never could go there.
Afraid lightning's going to strike, bro.
Well, yeah.
I won't go to a Jehovah's Witness church.
But I digress. But even still,
You're just afraid that they're going to find out where you live. That's all.
well, I just invite them in for coffee and say, okay, I will listen to you for the same amount of time you listen to me when we discuss religion. Most of them just say, thank you, have a nice day, and they leave.
Well, I have fun with them when they come to my house.
Oh, I know you did. I know you did.
I can talk theology with the best.
Ooh, yes. Fun to watch.
One guy I was in the Air Force with mooned him when they came to his house.
Shut up, Don. As Lester giggles.
Never forget that Pentecostal woman that came to my house and found herself staring at a naked man with a Glock 9 sitting in one hand. And saying, what the hell do you want?
Yep. People got to remember you and I were raised in the South.
Hey, we were too.
Whoo, yeah, but Cindy, you don't open your door with a gun.
And no clothes on.
Had a gun yesterday. Believe it or not.
I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and growing up, I had dogs sicked on me. I've had. It was not good, you know. It wasn't a good experience growing up, seeing what people would do to people that with beliefs that they don't agree with. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I totally understand where y'all are coming from, but like having lived through it, it kind of like it's kind of traumatizing. Like a 13-year-old having a door open and a naked woman standing there, and then she realized how old I was, and she was totally embarrassed.
Right. Robert, if you can hear me, trying to call me directly on Discord would kick me out of the Open Pagan Church chat. We absolutely want to hear from you, but you have to actually join the Pagan Church chat. I've tried.
He's not on Discord. He's not going to hear you.
Well, he's online.
Yeah, I'm trying to help him on Discord. I'm talking to him. Just continue.
Okay. Anyway, yep. I'll let Cindy handle that. Robert, talk to Cindy. That's where you do that. So I mean, it. No, Robert.
Nope, not yet.
Robert, quit trying to do a one-on-one call. It's not going to work. Anyway, I digress. I had a gun behind the door. There was quite a few years that I had a 12 gauge up over the door. The problem is it kept falling off, so I moved it down beside the door. So, ritual. What is a ritual? Well, we've been talking about it from jump. We've been talking about essentially what a ritual is from go. I mean, a ritual is an experience of your faith whatever that it is an experience of your energy done either in circle or not. You don't have to have a circle to have a ritual. And I've always had this debate with people that it only takes one person to have a circle. You can absolutely be a circle of one. And you can have a ritual at your altar just by lighting your candles and setting your focus in the right place. A ritual is interacting with spirit for the particular Sabbath in which you're having a ritual for, or the particular event that you want to have a ritual for, such as energy raising for the healing of Mother Earth. We used to do that once or twice a year. And you don't need a lot of people to do an energy raising. You can do an energy raising by yourself. What's even more fun, and we haven't done it yet, but I'm working on the logistics of it, is having a digital ritual. Having a digital ritual where you get a bunch of people together, or as many people as you can, in a Discord chat, for example, and each person is sitting at their altar or candle or whatever, and you call circle while sitting in your own home. What's y'all's opinion about that?
Solitary practitioners do it every day.
Yeah. I mean, somebody was going to say?
Yeah, that would be cool. Everybody at the same time, on digital, because nowadays it's the digital world.
Yeah. And also, yeah, Tasha says, I think it's amazing. I think it would be great. I think it would be really cool to decide on a particular ceremony later on this year and try to get now. See, the fun part is getting everyone online at the same time that does not have a boatload of other crap to do. And let's do an online ritual. I think it'd be kind of cool. Tasha says she's been part of a mass spellcasting at the same time, and you feel each person and the power of the others to mix with your intent. Yes, some years ago, one of the groups down south, I think it was one of the groups in Houston, had called for everyone at a specific time in your time zone to pull your energy for this specific purpose.
I remember that.
I don't remember
The hurricane.
Ahaha. That's right.
Yeah, the hurricane.
That's right. It was one of the hurricanes. We had quite a few. But it was interesting because so many people after the hurricane, I mean, granted, Hurricane Alicia, I think it was, we had 20-something people on property. So we had circle through all of that, if I remember correctly. We had the big pre-hurricane party. Had the big pre-hurricane party, and we raised energy, put a dome over property. It was just a blast. It was a hell of a ritual, and everybody got up and spoke.
Yeah, that's one where it went to Louisiana.
Yeah, yeah, I think it was. Lee says, let's do Samhain.
Yeah, we could do Samhain. That's my anniversary.
I'm looking to see what day Samhain falls on this year. Saturday, October 31st. Saturday. That's on a Saturday. Lee, you rock. All right. Lee, are you actually going to join the conversation? Because it's not going to be on Facebook. It's going to be in Discord only. What do you guys think about that over in Discord? What do y'all think about that in Facebook?
That'll work.
That'll work.
That'd be kind of cool.
You need to start broadcasting it now, or put a post on it and stuff, and start people wanting to learn how to get on Discord.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. We need to, there's not a whole lot to work out for the logistics. I mean, because we're not going to do video, it's all going to be audio.
Who's in charge of Discord?
What's that?
Who's in charge of Discord?
In our group?
Yes.
I am, I think.
You need to open me up. I can't see anything on Discord.
What do you mean you can't see anything on? Well, we're not doing video on Discord, if that's what you're talking about.
No. I'm talking about the conversations like in Open Pagan Church video, live with the shaman video, live with the shaman chat.
That's on Facebook, bruh. You have to join the video on Facebook.
Oh.
You gotta have two browsers or two phones.
Oh.
No, he can shrink down his phone and open Facebook page up.
Yeah, you mute it. There's today's. You watch your Facebook for the broadcast to start, and we usually jump in Discord. I don't know, Cindy, about what, 8:30, 9 o'clock, I guess, and just chat.
Yep.
That link is saying content not found.
Oh, horse patootie. Pull up your notices. Well, wait. Have you clicked like on Open Pagan Church, Lester?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Well, if you go to your notifications, it should be notifications that we're broadcasting.
Lester, click on my link in the Discord chat, see if it works.
Hold on, go back.
Tasha says, can I please ask you to keep my daughter and my family in your thoughts, please? I don't want to get into details on a public setting. Absolutely understand, and yes, absolutely, you will be in my candles tonight, you and your family and your daughter. Hope things get lined out for sure.
Okay, now I'm seeing it.
Just make sure
Tasha,
you
if you
mute.
need to talk, I'm here.
Huh?
Give Tasha a private chat later if she needs to.
Yeah. Always make sure that you mute the Facebook, because there's always about a 3 to 5 second lag because of the Facebook anti-suicide, anti-terroristic, anti-whatever lag. So yeah, I mean, I think a Samhain ritual. Um, yes, Tasha, go ahead. I think a Samhain digital ritual would be fun. I think it would be organized chaos, but hey, we've never had any organized chaos rituals, have we, guys?
I'm keeping
I'm
mine
not
to
seeing.
myself.
I think it's more like when were they not organized chaos? But see, here comes the whole point to the whole thing, right? And we're 16 minutes past the hour. So y'all bear with me. I know Lester's just got the video, and poor Robert, I think he's still trying to get in the chat. But um, here's the whole point to the whole thing. And I'm going to kind of draw to a close with this, all right? A ritual is an experience. It's energy. It's joining in the energy, no matter what religion you are. It's having fun, setting things up. When you do a physical circle and you're filling the torches, you're getting the fire ready, you're cutting the grass in circles during the spring and summer. You're sweeping the circle if that's what you do. You're readying the altars if that's what you do. You're building that energy for that ritual, for that Sabbath, for that event of whatever you're going to be doing. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be real. And I think the whole point to the whole situation, rituals need to be real. They need to be your heart, your soul. They need to be a part of who you and your group, if it's your group, whatever. It needs to be you. When you do a ritual, don't do it because you have to. Don't do ritual because you're expected to. Those of you that attend Open Pagan Church, you don't attend because you're expected to. Those of you who do Christian church, don't attend because you're expected to. Going to church or every Sunday or every Wednesday is a form of a ritual. Going to church in an Open Pagan Church is a form of a ritual. We come together, we talk, we exchange ideas, we have fun. Well, we try. Rituals are just that. They're a coming together, a focusing of the mind, a focusing of the energy for a or multiple specific intents. Rituals don't have to be perfect. And as far as ceremonialism, it's between you and the leader of whatever group you're a part of. You know, ceremonialistic magic is very structured, and some of it's very beautiful. But rituals don't have to be perfect. We, humans, are not perfect. Mother Nature, Mother Earth is not perfect. So with that being said, as always, thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you next week here on Open Pagan Church. Check us out. We've got topics aligned and ready to go. So we'll see you next week. Have a great day.